So this is a government dock that Adam had been to as a teenager and hadn't been back since, so we thought we'd check it out in West Van. Tilley Cove. Wow. Beautiful beach. Tons of rocks to jump off. Buoys to zip around for fun. And you can head to that point and who knows what's around the corner, but nice waves, swell rolling in from those big boats. Easy to get to and free parking. So Adam took the first jump. And I took one or two tries and crashed, but finally got it going. What a cute little cove. It's like a nice little beach there, sandy beach. Some rocks around, but I mean, it's almost like... yeah, it was pretty windy. But I'd taken out the Cyrus 3XL because I figured after the, not knowing, I think it's probably for the future better to take this wing out when you don't know the location or the conditions. But I like, it's almost like you're between two rock cliffs in a way. And so you get this nice little inlet, protected. There's no boat traffic really because there's no load in spot. So only if people know about it would they go there with their boat from another dock, So I was so happy that there's so many rocks that work at all different tide heights here. So I wanted to see if I could get upwind to that point there and see what was around the corner. But I mean, it was blowing pretty hard, and you could see those tankers and other big boats were passing by and sending in some pretty big swell. So it's definitely bumpy out there. You can hear the wind whistling. And there was someone swimming, actually, as well. One of the local residents there just loves going for a swim, and I yelled to him. I said, "I'm not going to run you over." He said, "Yeah, no worries." So I couldn't quite make it that time. So I swam up there a little bit further and jump started off, or a rock started off of a rock there. And there was definitely swell that you could ride back. See me glide a little bit once I get up to speed. I'm not very good at getting the board angle right so that I'm gliding nicely. I tend to glide uphill and then run at a speed and then have to pump frantically to avoid touching down. Something I really need to work on. That was okay, I guess. So for the rest of the session, we pretty much stuck to this corner because the boat had pulled in here. That guy had taken his kids out fishing, and they were pretty intrigued. But I blocked that end of the dock for launching that direction, so we were launching into the wind, which was a little more difficult. But this time I just set it in my mind, I'm going to make it to that point. So I just jumped and just kept on going. Even though the wind was howling, I just kept on going. Didn't stop until I got there. Yeah, so I stopped about 10 feet short of it. It's a few big rocks in the water and stuff. So yeah, and then once I climbed up there, there were plenty of places to rock start from. So I think I tried once and failed, but then got it going. And yeah, the swell out there is, is right around that corner. There was a decent size. It was actually a little bit tricky launching because that swell was getting, as waves do, getting close in. Where it's shallow, they got big, and it was a little bit tricky. But right here, the bumps were pretty smooth. Wind was at my back there, so it was fun. Yeah, you could see I was obviously gliding uphill there. You can see the boat rocking there. Like there's pretty good swell rolling in there. Glad I took the Cyrus out instead of the Ultra Trail. And so then I started turning down here, and I wanted to explore this little area in here, and went down further out of the frame of the camera, and then rock started down there, back upwind. That is a fun little spot to rip around in because there's some buoys. There's kelp balls, a few of those in there that are attached to the bottom, so you had to avoid those for sure, but it was kind of fun. And then I went right in close to the beach there, just out of the frame, to see, what it was like in there. And it's a sandy beach, few rocks, but for the most part, you can go in really close. And then I made that corner and picked up speed again to head up. Then I saw a little seal in the water.
Yeah. He's curious, yeah.
And Adam had a bunch of nice runs here, but I didn't get most of them because the camera was pointing the opposite direction. Yeah, like that's tough, pumping up the wind, up into the wind like that.
There you go.
Now you're gliding. Nice.
Beauty. Woo!